These elements show the customer name and appearance. You can find out which body parts and meat customers will drop after the meat processor has processed a dead body. You know, why would I need to know that? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, the Cubist, coming at you again, another episode in the Play and Every Game of My Epic Games library series. Today we are playing Godlike Burger. I assume I'm going to be making burgers. Don't ask me why I think that. Here's the full tier list if you want to pause here. And then pause here. You can see the whole thing. I assume I'm making burgers. I don't know. The game's really weird when my mouse is on it. My mouse doesn't exist. So I think it's a controller game. But I would have thought that a game like this would have been more like a PC game. But I don't know. Let's go make some fucking burgers. Okay, hopefully when I click here, it'll... There it goes. Okay. All right. Now, the question is, do I do the tutorial or do I just go into a new game and say, fuck it? Let's do the tutorial. Okay, I can see why this might be a controller game now. For this tutorial, you can't remember what to do or accidentally skip a step, just press the pause menu. Look first that your customer has already made his order and is currently waiting for it. Let's see what information we can find out. Find out the queue item. What the fuck? Indicates you are near the customer. Customer's order number. Health, suspicious, and annoying. What do you mean suspicious? Why would they need to be suspicious? It's a fucking diner. Time the customer is willing to wait for the order. Ingredients you need to put in a burger. Current customer's activity. Have you sorted it out? No, I haven't. Good. Let's not make the customer wait any longer. To make your first burger, go to the kitchen. Okay. How do I make a burger? You can find everything you need for cooking. Let's begin in the fridge where all burger ingredients are stored. Of course. For start, take raw... That doesn't look like raw meat. Put it on the stove to fry. After taking an ingredient you can use. Raw meat will start to grill as soon as you put it on the stove. You just need to wait until the progress bar is filled. Okay. Did I clean this fucking place? This looks horrible. You smell the patties fried. Now take the cooked meat off the stove before it gets burnt. Otherwise, you'll need to use the trash can to get rid of spoiled meat. You can place cooked meat on the hot table module to keep it warm until you serve the burger. Cool. Now it's time to get back to the fridge to get the other ingredients to complete the burger. To serve the burger... It contain at least cooked meat and a bun. Other ingredients depend on the specific order customers make. Take the rest of the ingredients. Oh no, the table module suddenly broke. Unfortunate, but any kitchen supply may break during the day at work. Hit that thing a couple of times, maybe get it working again. Right now, when the burger is assembled, you can serve it to the customer. Take your masterpiece to the order handler. Serve the burger, simply attached to the order number. Good. When you serve the burger, the customer will go to the order handler and pick it up. All right. It's your burger, my guy. Now, having his order, the customer will sit and eat it. In case you want to speed up this process, you can use the following controls. Right, man, how you doing? You like your burger? Is it a good burger? Can I clean this place, bro? This place is fucking disgusting. Look at this look at this shit, dude. Do you like his burger? Customer has finished eating. Now he will rate your service and decide whether to tip or not. Awesome, no mistakes were made. Satisfied. One mistake was made in the order, but the meat is correct and the customer won't tip you. Bad. 2 or more mistakes were made and the customer won't give any tips. Awful. The customer wasn't served his order at all. About time we take a look at one very useful device, the guidebook. Let's open it up. Guidebook contains information on each customer's species who visited the restaurant. Some data is pre-filled. Let me discovered on your own. Also, what each field it contains. A turret. These elements show the customer name and appearance. You can find out which body parts and meat customers will drop after the meat processor has processed a dead body. You know, why would I need to know that? Why would I health, number of hit points, damage, aggressive, tips. You can mark the meat type the customer would like to eat. Each race can be satisfied by up to 4 different types of meat. If you serve a wrong meat type, the respective customer will give you a bad rating. Also, each race can be immune to different damage. Why do I need to have damage? Destroy by experimenting with different ways of killing the customer. Why would I do that? Observe the customer activities and add them to the section that would help you better understand each customer behavior. Now, when you're familiar with the guidebook, you can fill out some information and close it whenever you're ready. Uh-huh. What the fuck? Okay, hold on. The radio. Here we go. Found it. City noises. Looks like the customer is going to leave the restaurant. I mean, I would think so, yeah. See you later, man. Cool. Each time a customer is leaving the restaurant, you'll either gain or lose a prestige scale. It depends on the quality of the burger, the service in general. However, only the customers who left the restaurant alive affect the scale. Also, prestige scale points affect the amount of customers who need to come to the restaurant and allow you to travel to new planets. Here's an example, by the way. New wave. Higher prestige scale means more guests. For each planet, the influence of prestige scale on the number of customers will be different, but they will always come from the teleporters in the parking lot. All customers in the restaurant are doing something. Smoking, dancing, ordering, etc. They choose their activities at random, but each race has their own preferences. You study them to find out the perfect... Why do I need to kill them? And they never, like, said, like, why am I a murderer? Let's wait until all the customers enter and decide what to do. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, dog? What's going on, fellers? You guys wanna go, Hey, we have a freeloader here. One of the customers did not even order anything, is just watching a strip show. Move to the VIP room to get rid of that parasite. There's the bastard. I don't see him. It's time to kick him a lesson. He's following inputs to kick his ass. Hey, buddy. How do I? Not let me kick. What? Am I not doing the right guy? What's going on? Okay, I think I needed to hit the checkpoint. After a customer is kicked, he will immediately change his current activity. Also, the annoyance scale will increase. Now let's kick him until annoyance scale will completely fill. He's got enough for now. Look, his annoyance scale is filled completely, which means that he will leave the restaurant. So annoyance can also be affected by poor service. I'm reaching 100%. Let's believe this. How many customers will decrease your prestige scale after leaving? But right now, it's focused on the rest of the customers' orders. Let's go to the fridge and start making burgers. Okay, so I just kicked him the fuck out. What does this guy want? What do you want, huh? Do we have noticed no customers order burgers A new customer has ordered burgers with sauce. Good thing we have a couple lying in the fridge. Indicates the burger should contain sauce. No difference in which exact sauce you'll use. Just put the one on there you think will work best. Okay, hold on. So what is happening? What is going on? And then uh-oh. This is my cheese, so this is number 3. And this is my tomatoes, number 2. Get your fucking orders, losers. Yeah, that's a big-ass fucking burger, man. I like their little sounds, man. They sound so cute. When burgers with sauce are eaten by customers, a sauce timer will start ticking next to the customer queue item. What do you mean what? Each sauce timer contains a sauce icon. Rest bar, time when the sauce effect will be applied. Let's wait until the sauce effect kicks in and see what terrible consequences of poor customer. What are you talking about, man? Why did I give him terrible sauce? What is going on, man? What are you talking about? Okay. The effects will start showing the customers you've used these sauces. Force customer use the toilet, force customer goes smoke. First, let's visit the customer who has eaten laxative sauce. You can find him sitting in the toilet, as you may have guessed. Looks like there are no witnesses here, so it's time to kill. But before the fight, let's take a look at the main stats of the chef. Your health value. Each customer has damage. Can be found in the guidebook, so you can see how much damage will be dealt to you. Customers won't fight back at all. Stamina is the value on each cleaver, swing, and kick. Keep that in mind when starting a fight. Stamina restores over time. So you can start a fight with the customer. Use following controls. Cool. Now he is dead. You are covered in blood and there's a corpse nearby. That can be bad. Why did I do that? He's a customer. Can you even see him? Yeah, you probably can. Oh, you can't see my my health and shit. Hold on. Oh, I did the right thing. There you go. There's my stamina. You can see it now. Let's take a deep breath and talk about the situation. Why did I do that? As you can see, you can still covered in blood and there is a corpse near you. Now let's see what happens when another customer notices that. A blood-drenched chef or a corpse in the room will continuously increase the witness's suspicion scale. Our suspicion reaches 100%, the customer will either run away or become aggressive. I can't move right now, by the way. The guy has run away in panic. Of course, he will report you to the police what he thinks happened here. That you'll receive 1 police badge. You can get 5-star police. This one looks tougher and more aggressive than the previous. Let's observe what will happen after his suspicion reaches 100%. He's going to attack me. Oops, he became aggressive. A red circle around the customer indicates his danger zone. Reaching that threshold means a fight will start. Also, aggressive customers will call the police rather than run away. Okay. The cops are coming or something? After a customer has called the cops, he will get max police badges. Soon after that, the restaurant will be subject to a police raid. When the police patrol arrives, you will see a patrol progress bar. The bar indicates how long the police patrol is going to search your restaurant. Each cop in the patrol will start investigating different rooms looking for anything suspicious. If any cop from the police or patrol will notice anything suspicious, he will immediately become aggressive. He will definitely call his fellow officers. Okay, I mean, it's a tutorial. If that happens, the chef will most likely be killed, and after death, all meat, money, prestige, and quest progress will be lost. We don't want that, right? It's now time to cover your tracks. Why am I killing him? I don't understand. First, let's remove the corpse. I need to hold it. Move body does not immediately become a cutlet. First, it goes to the meat processor. You can see what processing progress in the queue line. When the meat processor finishes, raw meat and other body parts will automatically go to the fridge. Wash off the blood in the sink. Well, that takes a while. So where is the... Can you see that you can't see the police bars? God damn it. Not that it really matters. I'm not gonna... There's the police bars. Moving on to the second customer who has hit the nicotine sauce. He's hanging around the backyard smoking. Go and demonstrate how smoking may have a negative impact on your health. Okay, where? Okay, there's the meat processor. I see it. Do this a little differently. In order to kill there's unnoticed without blood, it is better to use traps. We have one in the backyard. Go there and activate the trap. It's just a gun. It's not a trap, bro. It's just a fucking gun. And cool, if we can use it again. And since there is no blood on our clothes, all that's left to get rid of the body. Nice. Seems like we have cleaned everything up, and that's enough since this day will end. Alright, it's maybe your first day. Upon completing each day, you'll receive statistics. Why am I a murderer? Bill number 1, rent, water, electricity, gas. Did I make enough to pay it back? I did. I did make enough to pay it back. 3. Why does it say 4 dead people? I only killed 2. Okay. I'm so confused. Welcome to the basement. This is the operations center of your restaurant. Let's see what we can find here. Junkameria. What is going on? Where was I supposed to go? Over here. So the office can find a quest pad, newspaper, book of complaints, safe in the computer. Each of these objects has its own function. For example, safe will help save some of the money even after death. But right now we need a computer. Okay, I just come into it at the back. Use the computer can buy ingredients, kitchen upgrades, chef upgrades, guidebook info, sauce, recipes, and these purchases, unlike money and meat, remain with the chef even after death. Unlike money and meat, take a look at yourself. Jeez. Kind of pricey, huh? Holy snap. Oh, there's a lot of upgrades and stuff. Throws an HP, alright. Unlocks all information about his race. Okay. Unlock, how do I make them? What the fuck? Okay. Here you need to find a list of tasks tied to different planets. You need to accomplish each of them to travel to the new planet. Every new session, the set of quests will be generated anew, so after each death, the game will be slightly different. Also, you can open the quest pad inside both restaurant and basement by using the following controls. Take a look at the quest pad yourself, then we'll talk about traveling to new planets for you to go to the cabin when you're ready. Do not serve cheese for 1 day. Wash the blood off 5 times in 1 day. Okay, so these are the different locations. So what does this $200 mean? Does mean I get $200 and 500 reputation if I complete both of these missions? Is that what it's saying? Okay. Here's so comfortable inside the cabin. There are 3 panels: trap, schematic, planet navigation. Oh, let's talk about each one. We'll start with planet navigation in the middle. Planet contains all information about each of the planets you can visit. Besides completing all of a planet's required quests, you also will need to have a certain amount of prestige points and enough money for the fuel to fly to the... Why haven't I found another planet? There are several reasons. All places have different inhabitants, wealth levels, operating expenses, and police attention. For example, if you break the law in one place, you can lie low in another place until the number of badges decreases. Check out which planets are ready for your arrival, then... I am here. Flight cost. Holy snap. Huh. What is the thing above the planet? I've got like a plunger, a monocle, a no sign, and a cop sign, I guess. Oh, it shows you like the customers up there too. Different types of customers. Or elucidant. Okay. I'm picking it up. First and foremost, pay bills. You should be aware of that, because otherwise debt collectors will come to your restaurant. Another great thing about the phone panel is you can bribe the police. You should do that if the police tension on a certain planet gets too high. Once again, check the panel and the trap schematics. Okay. Traps panel, you can buy upgrades and traps. These will persist after death. You may want to grab some warmer clothes, because after this panel, we're going to visit the freezer room. How do I get warmer clothes? More damage. I don't have any cash, though, unfortunately. Drops one of the letters down, deals damage to the victim. What the fuck? Blinds the victim, temporarily makes them unable to resist. Hits with a blade. Poisons the victim, killing them. Okay, I'm in the freezer. Inside the freezer room, you can find the following devices. The cryo capsule. Raising the blend of the capsule will enable you to restart the session. Capsule will allow you to restart the session. What does that mean? The freezer shows which ingredients are left in the restaurant, but for now, we're interested in the blender. This device allows you to prepare sauce using customers' body parts as ingredients. The recipes can be purchased on the computer. If you're done with the blender, move on to the cryo capsule. Okay. What the f... Using the cryo capsule, you either reserve the... Reserve? Means you won't have to accumulate money, prestige, and complete quests to visit the planet again. You can restart current session and give game another run with saved upgrades, traps, and the contents of the save. All your progress in the current session will be erased, but purchase upgrades, traps, and the contents of the save will be saved. So, kill myself. Reserve current plan. You won't need money, prestige, and quests to travel here in the future. Price would increase after each purchase. It's like a roguelike? Yet there's a way to avoid death. At the computer, you can buy a second chance. Allows the chef to retry the day he died. Buy them indefinitely, but each death will consume 1 second chance. Now we have checked out all the essentials. You can explore the rest by yourself. Try finding other interactable yellow objects. They are all yellowish. Should be easy to spot. I like that. When you are done, go upstairs, leave the basement, start a new day. There's a vault, I guess. We got tons of meat. Got some nicotine sauce. Do I need to buy the buns? I don't know, like, should I buy this shit? What's this? It's yellowish. Last time the meat was different, it was better. Have you changed the recipe? Last time the meat was different, it was better. Have you changed the recipe? I don't understand. No news yet. If I put in... I only get to put in 80%. It's to save money without having to die. Okay, well, we're at 20 minutes. That's pretty much the end of the tutorial. We'll call it there. That was cool. I was a fan of that. So I think I'm gonna go back to it. You know, I might, honestly. I thought it was kind of interesting. The way that they just kind of like casually are like, well, you got to kill your customers. You know, it's like, why do I have to? Could I not just serve them and be nice to them? Probably, but then you wouldn't have any meat, I guess. How do you get, like, if I run out of meat, what happens? Do I just lose? It's like, how would I serve a customer if no meat? But anyways, yeah, I think it was cool. I think I could definitely see myself going back to it. I'm not actually sure if I ever will, but I certainly could see myself actually going back to that. That was really cool. I thought that was interesting. It seemed to have a lot of depth. It seemed relatively simple. Seemed to have cool game design. It was unique. I don't really have anything bad to say about it, really. I mean, it was kind of a lot to throw at me, but I felt like, you know, like all the whole stuff with like the other planets, it was kind of just like, you probably don't have to worry about that until you get the hang of the game, and then you can kind of be like, okay, what's up with these other planets and stuff. So, while it was a little overwhelming, it felt like you didn't have to be overwhelmed when you're actually playing. So yeah, that was cool. That'll be Godlike Burger. Thanks for joining. If you liked, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.